In the previous training video, when we cut or copied our text, it added that to a holding place called the clipboard, and that can be found up here on the Home tab in the Clipboard group, and there's the icon that represents it. The actual clipboard we'll take a look at in just a minute. Now you can see that the clipboard there, the icon, isn't highlighted because we haven't cut or copied anything to it, and the cut and copy options aren't available because we haven't selected anything within the document to cut or copy with. So let's go ahead and remedy that by selecting some text. Let's just keep it simple. Let's just double click on a word here, introduce. Come back up here. They're now highlighted because we can now cut and copy something that we selected. And let's click on copy. The moment that we do that, it highlights the clipboard saying, okay, there's something on it. So we can come down here, click in a blank area, and then we can click on the clipboard, which is the paste, 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 or you can use the shortcut keys, whatever we learned in the previous training video there. Let's go ahead and hit undo. And then to actually see it on the clipboard itself, the word introduce, and come back up here and click on the group's expandable dialog box button, or the non-techie term, that arrow thingy. Go ahead and click on it and it expands more or reveals more about the group that it couldn't fit within that little tiny, well, area there. And it's the clipboard. And you can see there's the word introduce, that when I hover over it, gives you a drop-down arrow. When you click on it, it allows you to paste it or delete it. You also get the clear all and paste all options, which we'll go over in just a minute. But why would you want to copy something to the clipboard and paste it here? I mean, let's go ahead and select a blank area here, then click on the drop-down arrow and paste, when you can actually just use your shortcut keys or not open up the clipboard and just click on the paste button here. Well, as we copy more things to the clipboard, you'll see in just a minute how valuable it can be, depending upon if you're going to be using that feature of more than one item tied to the clipboard. So let's keep it simple here. We know that we can paste it from the clipboard, which just you can hover over it, click on the drop down arrow and click paste, or let me click off, put my cursor here, you can actually click on it and it'll paste it, or you can right click and you get the same drop down arrow options to paste or delete. And there's paste. Now if I go ahead, let me undo the pasting there, close out, and let's do another word like Beck, double click, and then come up here, click on copy, and then click in a blank area, and do Control V as in Victor to paste. It'll paste Beck and not introduce. To find out what's going on, you can go back up to the clipboard, click on its expandable dialog box button, and in this case, it took introduce, kept it, but bumped it down, so the default is going to be Beck, whatever is up at the top that we want to paste. So now, with both of them on the clipboard, I can paste all of them at once. So you can see Beck, Beck. When I click on paste all, it pastes both introduce and Beck. Now watch what happens when I select some more text here, like an entire paragraph to copy, and I come up here and click on copy. Have you noticed down below in the lower right hand corner it says 3 of 24 clipboard? That means that you can cut or copy up to 24 items on the clipboard. And it said items, not just text. Items can include objects, shapes, images. We'll go over that in a later training video, but for right now you can see we've got now the paragraph. Gives you just the first few words of the paragraph here, so you have an idea what you're copying, and then the other two that we copied earlier. So if we close out, do they disappear? And we come down here and do Control V. Remember, it'll only paste the most recent copy if we use the shortcuts. Let me go ahead and hit undo a couple of times to get rid of all the pasting here. Go back to the clipboard, and then the benefit from using the clipboard that I'm going to bring up now is that if you're going through a document and you're finding things that are valuable that you'd like to keep or that you enjoy and you want to not have the whole document but just the highlights, why not go through it and select those highlights and then right click and go to copy, adds it to the clipboard. Now I have 4 of 24 items collected. And then once I fill it up, I mean, if you don't hit 24, if you hit 24, then you'll have to paste all those, then come back and copy some more. So if I go to another part of the document, anywhere down here or even towards the end, I can come here and say, okay, type in the word highlight and then paste everything below it in the order that I like to paste it. Because here, it gives me the opportunity to go ahead and select how I want to paste these items just by clicking on them. Okay, it's not organized, but you get the point. You can go ahead and click on any one of these to paste them. And by the same token, you can paste these in another application program, like PowerPoint. I mean, that clipboard is universal within the applications here. So if I open up Excel, notice up in the clipboard group, I've got the paste option available. I haven't done anything in Excel, but that clipboard is universal. So if I expand it, You can see the W there for what was copied out of the Word document. That's available for me to go ahead and click and to paste it in here. Okay, it doesn't look pretty, but you get the point, which is very helpful if you're doing PowerPoint presentations and you want something from Word. Let's go ahead and close out of Excel and not save it. Then go ahead and paste a bunch of things to your clipboard, open up PowerPoint, and then you can paste it on slide 1, slide 2. Well, if you don't know anything about PowerPoint, you can watch my training videos on PowerPoint. But this is very helpful either from one application to another or just simply a new document. So I can come up here, click on File, go down to New, click on Blank Document. I'm in another document. You see the clipboard. I mean, you can close out of it, but you can always bring it back up into the new document. And then you can type in whatever pretext that you want and then go to the clipboard after it and paste what you need. And then come down here, type in some other text. However you want to organize your work, by copying it or cutting it from one document and putting it into another place within the document or in an entirely different document. Let's go ahead and close out, not save this. And then like I said, you can go ahead and clear all, clears out everything, in which case, let's scroll back up to the top, we can start over again. You can actually leave it open, so that way when you select something and copy, you can see what's coming up. And Control-C to copy, which is the shortcut key, and to show you what it looks like when you cut, just go ahead and select. It's the same thing. Right click, cut. It's now removed from my document here and over here on the clipboard. Go ahead and hit undo, leaves it on the clipboard, but it puts it back within my document.